Hello, this is the third video, the last one. I hope I can adjust it. Alright, I'm getting much better, right? Again, I apologize. I need to do all this on a video. It's my first try like that. I will getting much better. Okay, so the third part of this video will talk about your homework because this is very important. I don't want you guys to miss any point. So to play it safe, I want everybody get the point and not to get panicked because you don't see me, you don't know what's going on. But I'll go through here in the video, but in the same time, I will give you plenty of time to do your homework. So the paper is already was already uploaded on the Blackboard, and there are a few questions about in there. We'll go over the question in a minute. But first of all, this is an older paper. So the first thing you need to do, you need to spend time reading the paper. This is like 1989, so kind of pretty old. But the reason why I'm picking this paper is because the topic, we basically a lot of the inside, we already discussed about it, like HIV and STD. However, you'll be surprised that the title, it said a lot of things, HIV infection and STD in drug addict prostitutes in Amsterdam, potential for heterosexual HIV transmission. So why they say potential? Because remember, back then, okay, it still have the myth saying that HIV is was transmitted homosexually. So that's why this paper was studying a lot of the things that between like the relationship in this HIV infection and STD. So how you read the paper, first of all, and this one has 5 pages. Okay, I will tell you which part you need to pay attention and which part you don't need to drill on it so that you don't go crazy about it. But you do need to read it in order to earn all the 8 points. If you skim it or do something like that, you will not get all the questions correctly. So the summary, again, it already tell you what are they talking about. I'm not going to read it for you, okay? And there's some conclusion there. First of all, of course, one of the question that I asked is that I will open those questions in a minute, but of course you need to identify what's the hypothesis. It's a little bit tricky here, so it's not that straightforward. So read it carefully and to identify the hypothesis. So you do need to read the introduction. This is a very quick introduction, just one, like about 2 big paragraph, okay? Then you don't need to like drill in very careful what's the patient and method, but you do need to know, like, look at what are they studying, which population they're studying. And then there's some other things that I asked you in the question you do need to know is that because serological testing, we mentioned that we can use the serum to study a lot of different pathogen, the presence of the antibody. So what are they studying? Okay, so look at those different disease. Then this is where the exam for the STD, different STD they're looking at, different serum they're looking at. So this part is the part you do not need to read it, statistical analysis, because this contains very detailed method. You may not understand that at all. Then you jump into the result. You don't need to know carefully about this number, but you do need to know the relationship and look at some of these tables can tell you what's going on. Okay, the first one is the select characteristic of 170 prostitutes addicted to drugs in Amsterdam. So, these are all something called demographic, which type of nationality, what are they doing, okay, and so on and so forth. Then you also need to roll down to a little bit like very busy table that to look at the HIV infection in 96 female prostitute with the history of the IV drug use. So look at all these like different demographic also here on the side. And I know another table that you may not be able to understand. So you do not need to worry about all this, okay? But however, you do, I'm sorry, I need to go back a little bit. Then you do need to read the result. And finally, you do need to read the discussion. Again, this frequency, if you don't understand it, don't worry about it. What is p-value? You don't need to worry about it. But discussion is very important. See, what do they give to you in this paper? What do they conclude? Okay, so this is in your homework. All right, now let's go into the homework. That what do I want you to do? So this assignment originally, actually, I want you to hand it in next Monday during the class. Okay, so right now, I would say you've just finished exam on the 17th. You should be able to put it off on Monday, right? So you should. Today is Monday. I know you're preparing for the exam, and after Thursday exam, you should have time to go for the paper and finish the homework and give to me on Monday. So this will be due on Monday to 21st during the class. So basically, one of the things that here I want you to do is, we're going backward here. What is the hypothesis of the paper? What were the important factors that correlated with the transmission of HIV in this woman? So factors, okay, what did these women do, or what did they have? What are these factors? Like, so you list them. So you don't really need to answer too much of the, word. You need to pinpoint the factors. List all the few sexually transmitted diseases studied in the women. That actually lists all in the material method. So this one you need to find out the factors through the content of the paper. But one of the most important things is here. So please use your own work to summarize the paper. What were the authors studying? It's already in the title, but what were the main results? So you summarize what they are in their abstract. I don't need a detailed number like how many percentage and all this and all that, but you do need to use your own work so that you can make me understand that you did read the paper, you understand it. So I'll be really generous on this 3 point, but you do need to spend time in reading it and give that. You need to identify the hypothesis. You do need to give the important factor. What are the factors they are studying in this paper? Not from internet, not from anything. And then you list all the few sexually transmitted disease that they were studying in these women. Now, so the paper is very important. It's 8 point. However, the answer you can list just in 1 page. These, I will say, you sum it up in 5, 6, 7, up to 10 sentences, whatever that it is. This is just one sentence, 1 to 2 sentences. This is just a few factors. This is all the transmitted disease. So it's not a lot of writing, but this homework is very important. Will require you to read these very carefully. Okay, so I hope this is about like 30-40 minute video. I think 10 minutes each one of them, and I can show you again, sum it up, that the hypothesis, your homework, and also what is in the exam on Thursday. So please study, and if you have any question between now and Thursday, please send me the email, leave me your cell phone number. I promise to call you back. I may not be able to respond to you right on time. I may send you by email first, and I may find time to call you. So I hope you understand what we're doing here. And if anybody have a question about the exam or even the hypothesis, that please let me know, because we may not have a lot of the time see each other also on Thursday because it's exam day, and then your homework is due on Monday. Okay, so all right, anyway, and hope you guys have good time studying, and I hope I see you very soon. Okay, bye bye.